The Rise of Skywalker answered quite a few questions that the sequel trilogy raised, which makes sense as it is the final movie in a trilogy, so that's kind of its job. However, it also raised a few questions, because it's a J.J. Abrams joint, so of course it did. One of the biggest that has had fans talking the most is what exactly Finn wanted to tell Rey right before they sunk underneath the sinking sands. There have, of course, been a lot of fan theories, but did you know that there is apparently a definitive answer from JJ himself? Let's take a look at said answer and see if it makes sense or gives us a window into the movie overall. Also, spoiler alert, because duh, you've been warned. Let's get into it.
I've had a pretty messed up day, alright? So I'd appreciate it if you stopped accusing me. Stop it!
Finn is a rather interesting character. Never before in the entire Star Wars franchise have we really seen a stormtrooper that in any way shows emotion outside of a few humorous moments here or there. So naturally, when Finn, Rey, and the rest of the crew were sinking into some quicksand-like stuff, thinking that they were about to bite the big one, he would definitely have something majorly important to say. And a lot of people, upon seeing this, initially thought that what he had to say to Rey in those final moments was going to be a heartfelt confession of love, since, you know, The Force Awakens set up his crush on her so well, and naturally it would make sense that over the time that the two have gotten to know each other, that his feelings could have grown stronger, developing into something more. However, despite what a lot of people thought, and the fact that it would make quite a bit of sense, we've been assured that this was, in fact, not what he had to say. But who told us that exactly? Well, Finn's actor John Boyega, for one. He actually tweeted in response to the idea and pretty handily shut it down, bluntly stating, no, Finn wasn't going to say I love you before sinking. So, okay, never mind on that then. What was he going to say? Well, apparently, he was going to tell her that he was, in fact, Force sensitive. Yeah, Finn can use the Force, something that a lot of people wondered about back during The Force Awakens. Remember before that movie came out, when a lot of the marketing material focused on Finn using the old Skywalker lightsaber, leading many of us to believe that he would be the one to carry on the Jedi legacy into the future? Only for the movie to go, psych, it's actually Rey. Well, it left a lot of people still feeling like there was no reason why Finn couldn't also be a Jedi in the future, which would certainly add an entirely new angle to the whole former stormtrooper thing. And according to J.J. Abrams himself, these people are basically right. And we do see some evidence of Finn's latent Force abilities in the movie. In Rise of Skywalker, there are several moments where we see Finn sensing Rey, usually that she's in some sort of mortal peril. Visually, these moments bear a striking resemblance to the scene in the 5th episode, The Empire Strikes Back, when Luke reached out with the Force and got Leia's attention, letting her know that he was hanging precariously from an antenna at the bottom of Cloud City after getting his butt kicked and entire perception of his world shattered by Darth Vader. And we all know how that turned out in regards to her own connection to the Force. So the idea that he would want to tell Rey that he could use the Force does indeed have some evidence in the film. It's not just something that's coming completely out of nowhere. So what does this potentially mean for the character's future? While the Skywalker saga has officially come to a close, this doesn't necessarily mean that we'll never see the characters again, be it in books, comics, or even full-length feature films. So maybe this will determine Finn's future. Maybe, and bear with us for a second here, maybe Finn will be the first of the new Jedi, studying under Rey, or I guess studying alongside her, since admittedly she still has a lot to learn herself. Maybe we'll see a future story where Rey is training with Finn, perhaps teaching some of those Force-sensitive children we saw at the end of The Last Jedi, working together to re-establish the Order and grow their ranks. It's certainly possible. So who really knows at this point? All that really leaves us with is a single question. What color would Finn's saber be? Green would look pretty good on him, but based off of the rules of the new canon, blue makes the most sense. Although maybe he could also go for yellow, or maybe he'll break the mold even further and go orange. Heck, maybe even purple. We still don't know what that one means, but you never know. Let us know what you think it should be in the comments down below. And to think this entire potential future was all because of what Finn wanted his last words to be. It's kind of crazy when you think about it. You know what our last words would be? That you should subscribe to ScreenRant and click that little bell thing, and that you should probably turn on notifications in your app settings, because you never know if we're gonna be back. Actually, you do. We'll totally be back. It's sort of what we do. What did you think of the idea that Finn is Force sensitive? Is that what you thought he had to say to Rey, or was it something else? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to ScreenRant while you're at it. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you at the movies.